What is up, everybody? It is JT Sports. I am back to you guys with another video. Justin Herbert last season had the greatest rookie year ever for a quarterback statistically. He threw for 4,336 passing yards, completed 66% of his passes, had 31 touchdowns to only 10 interceptions. He balled out last season. But despite how well he played, the Chargers overall were not really good. Anthony Lynn, who was the head coach at the time, had bad clock management, and you had a defense that blew every lead that they had the last couple of minutes of a game. That led to the Chargers making a coaching staff change, bringing in Brandon Staley, who was the defensive coordinator for the Rams, as their new head coach. Now, with the Chargers bringing in a new head coach, there are some people out there who believe that Justin Herbert could have a sophomore slump. A sophomore slump is when a player who had a great rookie season, regresses in their second year. And I can understand where people are coming from, because Justin Herbert is going to have to learn a new system, a new offense. He's going to have a new offensive coordinator. But I don't think he's going to have a sophomore slump, because I think he's just too talented of a quarterback to be held back by a sophomore slump. I think he should be able to overcome having to learn a new playbook with a new coaching staff and whatnot. Because when you look at the circumstances that Justin Herbert had to deal with last offseason, not having no rookie minicamp, no OTAs, only having 1 month of training camp, no preseason. On top of that, he gets thrown into the fire 15 minutes before playing against the Kansas City Chiefs, who at the time were the reigning defending Super Bowl champions, and he balls out. So I don't think that a coaching staff is going to be anything close to what Justin Herbert had to endure his rookie season. If he was able to ball out with what he had to deal with last offseason with COVID-19, limited training camp, I think he should be able to ball out this year with a new coaching staff. I don't think that's going to hold him back. I just think that there are certain quarterbacks who can overcome certain obstacles just because of how talented they are. I think Justin Herbert is one of those. I already consider Justin Herbert to be a top 10 quarterback. And I don't want to hear none of that, oh, JT, it's too early to consider Justin Herbert a top 10 quarterback. Like, everybody seems to have like these weird unwritten rules when it comes to determining if somebody can be a top 10 quarterback or how soon can somebody be a top 10 quarterback. I ain't hear that excuse when Patrick Mahomes was considered to be the best quarterback in the NFL after one season. Everybody was already meat rotting him. So why is it a sin for me to consider Justin Herbert to be a top 10 quarterback? Like, some of you guys thinking and logic is just so ridiculous sometimes. Like, bro, like, you don't have to wait for greatness. Justin Herbert last year carried the Chargers. They didn't have a great offensive line. Austin Eckler was out for the majority of the year. No run game. No head coach. The offensive coordinator, I don't think he had that big of an impact. I think the guy who had the biggest impact on how successful Justin Herbert was last year was Pep Hamilton. That is something that you have to give Anthony Lynn a lot of credit for, bringing in a guy like Pep Hamilton as the quarterback's coach, because he is a guy who speaks Justin Herbert's language. He's also really smart in his own right. Justin Herbert's smart. We know he had like a 4.0 in college at Oregon. So bringing in Pep Hamilton was definitely a guy who was going to be able to have Justin Herbert prepared for whatever scenario was thrown his way. Now, this year, you don't have a Pep Hamilton, but you do have a more experienced Justin Herbert. So if Justin Herbert can handle what went on last offseason, I don't think him learning a new playbook under a new coaching staff is going to do him any harm, because he's just so talented that he can overcome these things. And when you're a quarterback drafted in the first round, especially inside the top 10, the majority of times you're going to have to overcome these certain kinds of things. You're going to have to overcome dysfunctionality in the front office. You're going to have to overcome having multiple different head coaches. And I understand why some Chargers fans may be concerned, because you look at Phillip Rivers, he had to go through a good amount of coaching changes. And I'm pretty sure Chargers fans don't want Justin Herbert to have to go through what Phillip Rivers had to go through, because then he started being viewed as a scapegoat, and a lot of people don't realize actually how good Phillip Rivers was. So for Justin Herbert, I don't think a coaching staff change is going to hurt him. I think he should be able to overcome this because he was able to overcome COVID, a COVID offseason, which was an unusual, non-regular offseason. He's going to have training camp. He's going to have preseason to get ready for the start of the year, learn the playbook, and get ready come week 1. Like Justin Herbert, man, also has a really good supporting cast around him. You got Mike Williams, Keenan Allen. You got Austin Eckler, who should be fully healthy and ready to go this year. I'm not worried about Justin Herbert. And you shouldn't either. Like, I understand the idea that he could have a sophomore slump, but I'm willing to bet money that the chances of that happening are slim to none. He's just too talented of a quarterback. Like, I think he can overcome that. So, let me know how you guys feel about Justin Herbert down in the comment section down below. Do you guys feel that Justin Herbert could be in for a sophomore slump this year in 2021? Make sure that you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and college football videos. Like the video, share the video with your friends, family, acquaintances on your social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Comment your thoughts, and thanks for watching.